Say you have a long enough belt to fit around the entire circumference of the Earth, and suppose you tighten it all the way up so there's no more slack. For the sake of this thought experiment, pretend the Earth is a perfect sphere and its surface is uniform and smooth. And of course, this picture is not to scale. Now say you have plenty of belt left over, enough to add exactly 6 feet of it back into the loop. The question is, if the belt is now evenly spaced off the surface so that it's the same height off the ground all the way around the Earth, what is the largest animal that could walk under it? Again, keep in mind the lack of scale in this illustration. Is it A, an elephant, B, a cat, C, a cockroach, D, a microscopic tardigrade, or E, none of the above? If you guessed D or E, then you are incorrect. But don't feel bad. That's exactly what makes this problem such a paradox. Believe it or not, the answer is B, a cat. Let's prove this together. We don't know the exact radius of the Earth, so for simplicity, let's call it R. If we need the exact value later, we can look it up and plug it in. The circumference of a circle for any given radius is 2 pi times the radius. And if we divide by 2 pi, we get the radius in terms of the circumference. If you add 6 feet to the circumference, you also increase its radius by some amount. So let's take the circumference formula and add 6 to C, thereby increasing the radius to big R. If we subtract big R minus little r, we get their difference, which is the distance between the belt and the ground. That's exactly what we want to know. So let's subtract these two radii, which are in terms of C. Big R minus little r is this. They have the same denominators, so we can make this one whole fraction all over 2 pi. In the numerator, we have a positive c and a negative c. C minus c is 0, so the c's cancel out. And 6 over 2 is 3, so we have 3 over pi. This comes out to approximately 0.955, or just shy of 1 foot, which is more than enough room for a cat to pass under. Notice how we never had to look up the radius of the Earth or its circumference. Remember, the c's canceled out. They could have been anything. We didn't need them. This implies, necessarily, that we would get the same result with any size sphere, even a basketball. No matter the original size of the radius, if you add 6 feet to the circumference, you also increase its radius by just under 1 foot. This problem is a paradox on multiple levels, and I hope you found it as interesting as I did. I'd love to read your thoughts in the comment section. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching.